Hello, and thank you for visiting the EAP Education channel, your home to develop your academic skills. In this video, we'll learn how to write conclusions for our essays. Let's start by looking at the learning outcomes for this session. Firstly, we try to clarify some misconceptions about conclusions. Then, we try to understand the purposes behind writing conclusions. And finally, we try to be familiarized with the structure of conclusions. Usually, essays follow this general structure. You start with an introduction, then you move on to the main body, and finally you finish with your conclusion. In terms of the allocation of your word count, as you can see, conclusions should be taking up to 15% of your total word count. Now let's clarify some misconceptions about conclusions. The first one is a conclusion is not an important part of an essay. Unfortunately, conclusions do not receive the respect they deserve in essays. Many students do not spend enough time on writing conclusions, as their conclusions could be short, unstructured, or disjointed. The second one is that a conclusion is just a summary of the main points. Conclusions are more than just summaries. While a summary of your points make an important part of your conclusions, they have other functions too. A conclusion does not follow a clear structure. That's a misconception too. As we can see later in this session, we have a clear structure for conclusions. And finally, a conclusion may include new information or topics that have not been discussed in the body of the essay. You're not allowed to bring any new ideas in your conclusion to surprise your readers. Let's go through the purposes behind writing conclusions. I have listed 4 main reasons why we write a conclusion. Firstly, to highlight the main argument presented in the essay. In your introduction, you introduced a thesis statement, which has stated your main purpose, your main argument for writing the essay. And you need to highlight that main argument again in your conclusion. The second purpose is to summarize the answers provided to the essay question. The third purpose is to refer to the essay question to show that it has been answered. And finally, to strengthen the main theme of the essay, which has been established in the introduction. So these are the 4 main purposes for writing a conclusion. Considering the purposes we listed for writing conclusions, we can introduce the following 4 steps to structure our conclusions. So first step, we start with returning to the topic. Then we restate the thesis statement. The third step is to summarize our main points. And finally, we write a final concluding sentence. So let's now go through these steps one by one to see how we follow these steps in our conclusions. We start our conclusion by returning to the topic. We want to remind our readers what was the topic of our essay. We signpost this step by bringing useful phrases like in conclusion. Lately, I've seen some websites which argue that using such signposting language has become a cliché and should be avoided by students. But I do not recommend it. Don't forget, we do not use any headings or subheadings like introduction, main body, and conclusion in your essays. So using signposting language can help the readers to easily identify different parts of your essay. Let's look at this essay topic. Discuss the impact of artificial intelligence or AI on human resources management strategies. So this could be my first sentence for my conclusion. In conclusion, AI has had a substantial impact on current human resources management strategies. The second step in your conclusion is to restate your thesis statement. You introduce the thesis statement in your introduction, which has stated your main argument. Here, we remind the readers what that main argument was and why we wrote that essay. Let's look at our example again, the essay topic. So this could be my thesis statement, which has been here repeated again in my conclusion. The third step in your conclusion is summarizing your main points. Remember, you do not need to provide all the details here. You can also signpost this step by using phrases like, as discussed in this essay, and then continue your summary. Here you have to be careful with your word count. Remember, your conclusion should not exceed 15% of your total word count to keep your whole essay balanced. So focus on the most important ideas you shared in your body paragraphs. In each body paragraph, you introduce an idea in your topic sentence. Remember to include them in your summary. So if that's the essay topic, as we provide an example earlier, this is what you need to do. Here, you list all the reasons you refer to in your body paragraph to support your thesis statement. The final step in writing a conclusion is writing a concluding statement. This is the final sentence of your essay, so make it effective. Write something for the readers to remember about your essay. You can signpost this step by using phrases like, therefore. So if we take that example again we provided earlier, that could be my concluding statement for this essay. Thank you for watching this video. This is our email address to contact us if you have any questions or comments about this video. Please subscribe to our channel to follow our upcoming videos. But if you are a current subscriber, then thank you for your continuous support.